Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to another edition of the BTS Show. I'm Chris today. Thank you guys for tuning in today, this evening. Excuse me. Before we get started, do me a favor: like this video, subscribe to my YouTube, follow me on all socials. Links are located in the description. Download the BTS Show's Cash App. Participant with all rights to privacy. Run the road to 1,000 subscribers. Once we reach that goal, one lucky person will receive $100 during the Cash App giveaway. And if I'm in a good mood, it might be more people, like maybe two more people. Who knows? Depends how I feel. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I introduced this. I kind of teased at this. Actually, we actually did it last week, where while I was on the live stream, I decided to open up my clubhouse and enter a room. I think to myself, maybe we could turn that into segment. It's something I've been wanting to do for the longest. I just haven't not got a chance to do it. I haven't got around to doing it yet. So I say, why not? Let's go ahead and excuse me. Let's go ahead and run it today. Now, before we do that, I want to make sure my audio is good enough. So we're gonna make sure because I don't want to have too much feedback or not enough feedback. So let's see real quick. Because I don't want to have too much feedback. Okay, let me beat that real quick. All right. Now, to protect one's privacy of the clubhouse room, I won't tell you what room I am. I'm not going to tell you the title. I won't even tell you the house. That's just to protect people's what you call it, the identity and that type of stuff, free speech, whatever the case may be. So we're going to go hop in the room right now and let's see what this is about. Hope you guys are ready. Oh, that's one thing. If I put my thumbnail up, uh, particularly this, that's only to because I'm doing something off camera. I don't want y'all to see what I'm doing. So, all right, let's get it. Ayats. Hold on, bro. In three ayats, Allah has placed all of humanity in three ayats. Don't matter who you are, right? So the Sahabas and those after them, these are the men who are guided by Allah. They're guided. So for you to say, or for any one of you guys to say, I don't take the hadith or what the Prophet said and how he done things, but I take the Quran, then you are not Muslim according to the Quran. Because Allah said that to obey Allah and to obey his messenger. How can you obey the messenger without hadith? Please explain that to me. Okay. Okay. Actually, let me actually stop. So to obey. Let me actually do this, y'all. I'm gonna tell you guys this right now. I'm not a big fan of what's what I'm looking for. Religious scholars in Clubhouse, flat earthers. I don't have the patience for it. Now that particular individual's room that we was in, I told them I'll be there for more support. Other than I am not interested talking on that stage about religion, especially about my religion, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I'm a firm believer of God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And that Bible specifically said that we shall not engage in no type of debates. So we're not doing that. Let's see. All right, let's go to. Actually, we'll just go down. I don't care about that one.
Definitely don't care about that room. Um. All right, this is cool. A chill room. Let's try this.
Yeah, this. Darkest. Oh, you sexy
Okay, we're gonna pretend we ain't walked into that room. Should have just gone with my first initial thought. Let's go to this room.
Sexy Red reference her song. They try to say that she got a problem with. I could name every song that it came out in the last 4 years where men desexualize women, starting with Throw Baby. Yeah, man. On our whole list. And like, and at the end of the day, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that take away music, regardless, men still sexualize women. Has anybody ever seen them porn segments where they interview the porn stars but direct Peter the whole time? Like, oh yeah, I saw a couple of them on Instagram. I saw some of those interviews. Like, the first time I even seen it being talked about was on Soft White Underbelly about how the directors get to degrade the porn stars. But it's not even no sexual content. They just literally just sit across from her and talk about how they're nothing but whores and this and that. Like, you know, things
Fingers
like
are too
that.
big for all this.
Look at the Soft White Underbelly interviews where the pimps are talking about how they prostitute women. Like, stop it.
Oh.
Yeah, prostitution, the oldest form of it.
I'll say this. I won't give out the title's name, but I will say this. This room is talking about particularly about men and the role that they play in the sexualization of women. So that's what this room is about. Not giving out the name, not giving out the title, that type of stuff. So just want to let you guys know.
I just think differently. If you are in your 30s, 40s, right? I'm almost convinced you have been seeing titties your whole life. So I'm almost convinced you have been seeing the same titties you probably been seeing your whole life could make you say something reckless at the mall. This ain't your first time around the rodeo. That's the thing, though, Jay. Not a lot of times, but some people don't be having no game and no shit like that. But you gotta look at it like this too. For some people, that dumbass shit work. I mean, like I said, I blame the women who respond. That's what I was talking about last night on my stage, but everybody would act like I was so crazy when I was sitting there talking about how, depending on how you respond to me, shows other men that to get your attention is easy. So I don't give every man, I won't give anybody a smile, like I say all the time, but at the end of the day, I'm not giving everybody too much of my vocal cords. Like at the end of the day, like I was trying to tell them last night, if I go to the gas station, I'm coming there to get gas. It does not mean that I'm not going to be pleasant to people, but it also means I don't got to make conversation with everybody just because I'm walking to the gas station. And I'm like, some of these women that I be seeing walk through the gas station, they also scared of the men at the gas station about, right? Are the ones that every time somebody say something to her at the gas station, you smiling and going off at the seams. So my thing is this, but it also about how what you respond to. I'm not responding to AU in the red. Who in the red? Don't know who AU is, or I don't know
you
who
might be wearing pink.
What?
Good evening. How you doing?
I'm sorry?
I say you might be wearing pink that day.
Anyway, but I'm just saying, like,
I love fucking with her.
But I feel like sometimes, like, what I've been told a lot growing up, even by my own dad, was that men gonna be men. But I feel like that's an excuse. Like, so if men gonna be men,
all men speak like this or sexualize women or make inappropriate comments to women that they don't know. And I feel like that's this is like
I ain't gonna lie, you gotta be still.
no, I just knocked down. I just knocked something down. My booty.
See what your father told you. It didn't mean that all men is weird or like on that type of time. It's just he's trying to get you a heads up, like don't be green or don't be naive. He's just putting you up on some shit.
Right, but what if women were doing that? I mean, I know they like to say like women do it now, which I still doubt it. Because there are just some women who are just never gonna convince me that they are just that bold and brash. Like, what if women were to do that? Like, every time they see one of you out, hey, you in the blue. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. Or they pulling me about
this. I got a name, dude. I'm not a piece of meat.
Listen, y'all do it. If I come outside on a shaky September, late September, October, with the gray Nike sweatsuit on, and I'm just trying to, I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Y'all act like we a piece of meat. Y'all don't look at the man in the eyes no more. Y'all look down at his general section. I can't load up no gray sweatpants type of thing on Instagram because I got to turn my comments off because y'all don't know how to behave.
Oh,
so y'all definitely be on that bullshit. Y'all know when y'all be on bullshit.
I don't know why. It's a thing.
It's telling the truth because, well, I'm gonna say it on stage.
It's nothing down there to look at. Let's stop sitting up here.
Because as a married man, I still get approached.
I'm saying, why y'all looking down there for?
It's nothing to
see.
I don't want to be like that. I don't want to see nothing from you but a smile and a frown. Like, get out of my face. Like, I'm different. I'm not looking to see what, because at the end of the day, I got this thing where I don't make eye contact with men for a specific reason. Like, I never look them in their eyes. Unless it's my dad or somebody who I know I'm trying to do business with. Like, because if people don't know how you look at a dude, they can interpret shit just like that. And since I know that, I'll be like, okay, well, I go too much, but let's move down. Because y'all thinking that somebody's thinking about something else about you that's not even about you.
I'll leave it like this.
See, the God said y'all like that. I don't. Why? Like, I'm not doing that more. This is y'all want to be you in the blue, you in the Escalade, you in the Durango. Excuse me. That's why I'm telling you that these men want to be pampered. That's why I said a long time ago, men want to be asked out on dates now. Hey, you in the blue? I'll take you out sometime. What I look like?
Hey, Ray, you got all blue. I did thought she was talking to me.
Not you, but I was talking to you. I'm gonna take you to the coffee shop.
Like, hey, the coffee shop is soft life on the rise. I don't think there's nothing wrong with us men being courted. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Hey, you know something about
this shit, right?
2023, go for what you know. Something about you know what I'm saying? It's just,
so
I don't condone that.
Right, how do we court men? Explain that to me.
Yeah, explain that.
A random cash out for a haircut.
Fine.
I'm done with y'all.
My check stuff is good too, you know. Y'all can meal prep for a brother. That's cool. You know, watching my figure. You know, that's the thing.
I mean, if I meal prep for you, are you gonna cook it?
Nah, you prepping the meal.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm tired. I need to go to bed. Sorry.
Ooh wee.
Come over there with all the good Tupperware for like, that's dope shit right there. I'm just, hey, listen, y'all ain't gotta compete. It's okay. But if y'all knew what women was really out here doing, that they come on this app to tell you that they not doing.
We're about to switch rooms now. Now, this one is a room regarding passport bros. Now, I'm just going to say this, but prepare yourself because this may not go your way if you're a passport bro. So let's try it out.
Bro, if you not getting, you can say what you want to about me, but baby, I'm married. I come from a long line of women that was married. I intend on my daughter being married, you know, hopefully to a black man. I'm not racist or nothing, but, you know, I want her to find what I and my grandmothers and my parents have been privileged to find right here on our soil. And if you raise them right and you give them some confidence and some freaking class and some of y'all personalities look worse than you. I'm just being honest, but y'all sit up here and whine about ain't no black women and you're looking at them. One of y'all was in Brytn inbox, ain't got nowhere. This is crazy. So yeah, check yourself. That's all I want to say.
I'm not just mine. He be in mine and Mimi.
At least that brother's trying.
Well, I'm not gonna say he was on stage. I'll just remember that there is somebody. I would say that there is somebody in the manosphere that is on the stage, and that's all I'm gonna do, y'all.
Don't add me in it.
If you recognize his voice, you recognize his voice.
The facts are that the most, according to YouGov, the website YouGov, the most successful and educated of Americans are the largest cohort of active passport holders. They live on the coasts of the United States. Americans that live in the interior, many Americans that live in the southern states are the people least likely to hold passports. That's number one. Number two, black men who travel overseas, known as passport bros, they earn significantly more than the rank and file black man. Back in my neck of the woods, the average income per year of a brother is 70 grand a year, not 40, not 45, not 50. That's the average. There are guys in my neck of the woods that make over $500,000 a year. Number three, when black men go overseas looking for ladies, for whatever reason, this is not well publicized, don't know why, but the majority of black men, when they go overseas, they're actually looking for black women. They go to places where there are high numbers of black people. So Brazil, Colombia, Cuba, and even Africa itself. Okay? So that's another fact. So the idea that these guys are not good looking and all the rest of it, there are women, black women, who travel for...
I got a phone call.
We'll tag some of the other ones.
What? Hello?
Hey, Afro Latinos, they black too. They just got dropped off before we did. That's all.
Got a phone.
Tag the other ones in here.
Your mic went out. You're on mute.
Yeah. There's a lot of... Somebody put me on mute and I don't know why. But there's a lot of misconceptions about passport bros. And I'll just land with this. A generation ago, there was a Hollywood movie about a lady getting her groove back. There were organized trips for black women to go to Jamaica to get their groove back. Nobody had a problem with that. But now when black men are exercising their options, there's a big scandal. Really? Talk about hypocrisy.
That's not our generation.
That is true. He has a point.
That was a girl thing to do. Like, they had the fantasies of the book. It's like, that's weird, my man. And I have a lot of respect for you. I know you got a good book, but I just don't think that's
are you familiar with a book called In Pursuit of Happiness?
Yes, I am.
Are you familiar with that book?
I love that book.
Okay, so you know about the book. So you know that this ain't just about a movie. You know that black women are taking organized trips to Jamaica for that bamboo. Yeah. But nobody has a problem with that.
No, that's true, but it's not on the mass scale. And I don't know what scale the passport
organized trips ain't mass.
What do you, when you say
Girlfriend Tours International That's the name of the outfit.
I need to look up another one.
See, and the rules that I tend to go on Clubhouse, it's certain people start to reveal how stupid they are, and it's very understandable when somebody like me come around and say, you shouldn't talk
I think that's
just because
okay
you have
for me.
access to
I
it.
think that's fine. I think that's okay for y'all to go anywhere you want to go, anywhere your money can take you. Especially like I said, y'all are looking for love. However, I do not think it's okay for black men or black women to speak ill of each other.
All right. So that's the argument. The argument is, why don't you just go quietly? Don't speak ill of black women. What have black women been doing to black men for the past half a century? Not no black men on my level. The mass industrial complex.
He's cryptic because he has a point.
I mean, it's like, God damn, man. Black women reserve the right for themselves to compare notes. We're doing the same thing, comparing notes.
Y'all are squaring up with the women and doing the same thing. That is weird and
odd. No, it's fair and equal.
It's still weird and it's
odd. It's equal. We live in a more inclusive, more enlightened, more woke, more egalitarian age. You wanted equality, you got it.
But Manil, that's my point. I just said men or women should not do that. And to your point, if you are leveling down to what women think, it is a problem for a lot of our black men that will follow that, because that is saying that you take on the chaos. And if you talk bad about those women so badly, which I feel the same way about these women, you're nothing more than they are.
Such a concern about dragging things down. Why was nobody having all this energy back then when black women were doing it? Why?
Because black women, don't nobody care.
Oh, God. Thank you. That's all I'm saying.
Write that down.
No, I'm just trying to keep it real. Nobody cares what women say in general. We operate in chaos in general. We take it, we handle the babies. But when men speak like this, we stand in a position of leadership. I think it's sad that you go to the lowest of the lowest to follow.
I think it's sad that we allow black women to get away with murder.
I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah, but we got to talk about it, or if we don't talk about it, they're going to get away with murder. But you can't talk about it because you have to show respect. And if you don't, if you want to show respect, you have to talk about it. But if you do that, then how dare you disrespect? It's a conundrum. It just keeps you trapped and stuck in a level of foolishness consistently.
No, it isn't.
That was just good old word salad. It's like, knock it off. We unlocked. What's going on, man? I don't know why your comments not popping up on
the femininity of black women.
Sorry, I see you in the chat. What's up, we unlocked?
Men are the buyers in the mating market, and the customer is always right.
The customer.
And they don't get that.
I get what you're saying, but I think y'all saying that the women have conquered y'all. And
I don't think I'll be able to get on the stage, but homeboy is cooking.
And I think the continuation is the continued
my presence is not needed.
It's really
black women haven't conquered anything. Black men are refusing to deal with black women's fuckery. That's what it is.
Again, how many black women have you dealt with? You haven't dealt with every black woman. That's the saddest part. You think you dealt with every black woman because those
my rebuttal is how you dealt with every black man to come across that statement you just stated.
I just say this 1 second. I'll let my
mic is on her. Go ahead.
I'm a passport, bro, and I'm gonna tell you right now, from the time I was a child all the way up until it was time for me to go to college, man, I love me some black women. And then I had the opportunity to go to college in the Philippines. And then I went to the Philippines, and I had women treating me in a way that I've never been treated before in my life. And so it was whether, okay, so and I'm divorced. So now I'm gonna give y'all some ammunition. I'm divorced. I got mommy issues, and I'm 49 years old and still single. So y'all got that. But the point of the matter is that
you gotta get that fixed.
Go through the emotional turmoil of getting turned down. I just got tired of it. I'm not strong enough. I'm sorry. I'm not emotionally adept to deal with that. And I just don't want to have to deal with it. And
Appreciate your honesty.
That's
Don't think I would say that out loud.
Went to the military. I'm a martial arts instructor. So yeah, I'll accept weak because I just don't want to emotionally deal with the rejection. And I don't get rejection when I deal with other women. And landing my plane, the women that want to talk about
you talking too much.
Men out there. I mean, there's women out there. There's women out there. Okay, is that woman you? No, it's not you. And that's the point. Y'all really need to talk about how there's women out there, but those women ain't you.
What do you mean?
And this is the brother.
Nah, let me get on stage. Let me get on stage, please. Let me get on stage.
That's happened at NYU. His son is at NYU. Please don't be careful for him. And clearly his wife is, his child is with a woman of a different nationality. Stop it.
Okay, go ahead, Jonathan. Yeah, hurt.
The last brother speaking, you said you was in the military and you're a martial arts instructor.
And you can handle rejection?
He is. I looked at his
Okay, so you in the military. Who's that speaking?
It was me. I said he is. I looked at his profile. He is.
My name is
Who is it though?
My name is Hurt.
His name is Hurt. He's the guy with the son in the cap and gown from NYU.
So,
His
I
son
don't
is
understand. You're in the military. You're a martial arts instructor. You're a tough guy, fit guy, can whoop ass. And you can't find no women in America?
Yeah.
That makes no sense, man.
So it's not that I couldn't find women in America.
I have to agree.
When I went to the Philippines for college,
I have to agree.
Fuck that. This is easy.
You have more than most, and you cannot find a woman.
And I just found one.
That's a problem.
Because my thing is, I want a woman that I can play with, have fun with, who'll teach me. I'll teach her. She becomes who she needs to be in order to fit my dreams and goals. I become who I need to be in order to fit her dreams and goals. Period. And that's how it goes.
Jonathan's head just exploded because you're not supposed to exist, man. His head blew the fuck out of his body.
What I don't understand.
My stepmom is Korean. My stepmom is Korean. Those Asian women, they take care of their men. Tell the truth.
Okay, Hurt.
We know.
So what's the problem with the son? I don't understand. Black women
You
don't.
go to a third, hold on.
And bring.
What the hell are women teaching you from a third world country?
Well, see, the thing about it is, I got a question for you. How many languages do you speak? Most women
I
from
speak
third world countries
two.
speak 5.
I speak 2.
How many degrees do you have? Most women from third world countries have 2.
No, they
How
don't.
exposed are you? How
No, they
many
don't.
He
cultures
said, no,
are
they
you
don't.
equipped to deal with and handle? If I go to the embassy, how many cultures are you connected with where all you have to do is make a phone call? Most of these women have 5.
That's not true.
So it's like when you talk about
He's right about the education because they have free.
I was like, here people are trying to discredit somebody without bringing up facts on why you discrediting them. That's the biggest pet peeve of mine. Whether it be on Clubhouse or YouTube. Yep.
Niggas fine.
Man, but the man is right about a few things. Okay, listen, most of the women in the DR have 2 degrees. Yes or no? Right. Shut the fuck up.
Niggas is talking about VR.
Yeah, most women in the DR got 2 degrees. If you don't, they only got 2 meals, nigga.
Nah, he said the Philippines.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Nigga, you full of shit. Full of shit. My best friend
It's spoken by men who haven't traveled. So your opinion doesn't matter to me.
So the women in the third world countries, this what y'all trying to say. That the women in these countries that are fucking y'all for $50 got a master's degree. If you motherfuckers don't stop lying, is that all it was? $50? $30. That'll give you motherfucking y'all fucking 3-4 bitches.
That's the deal, Jonathan. Don't hate on that.
And they all got 2 degrees. Right,
They might not have 2 meals that damn day. Are you kidding me?
Bro,
Fucking for $50 is crazy.
You want to hear something funny? Like you'll be dating a girl, right? You'll go to her house
and it'll be like on stilts and stuff, and the floor will be bamboo.
Team Fatty, what's up, man?
And there's like a master's degree hanging on the fucking
wall.
wall.
I thought I modded you.
Everybody in the family has some kind of degree. It's the craziest shit ever. You can't work at like Bookstop and like Kroger's and McDonald's and shit like that if you don't have at least an associate's degree, and you can never be a manager if you don't have a bachelor's, period.
So that's what they're doing her that works at McDonald's with that education. Are they using anything?
So you have to get an associate's degree to work at McDonald's and a bachelor's degree to be a.
He's lying, Jonathan.
That was the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
That's so funny, man.
Okay. This. This.
He's lying.
Number one, if I ever get a college degree, you would not. I'm not getting a college degree just to go work at McDonald's with said college degree because McDonald's says so. I'm going somewhere else for more pay. That has to be the dumbest shit I just heard.
Travel too. We're just not traveling for pussy. Okay, we travel. We've been out of the country. We've been all the same places y'all been. That's bullshit. Okay? But we got master's degree. Fucking you niggas at the resort. It's for $40.
Man, I've never stayed at a resort when I've traveled.
Man, yeah, you can't
never stayed at a resort.
Let me tell you something. Here's the reality. Most of the passport brothers, and I'm not talking about the dudes that are married, because I got some dudes, but they don't even call themselves passport brothers. I got some dudes in LA that are married. They go to Dominican Republic, Costa Rica, and Brazil. They go with the homies and they fuck bitches. And these niggas is married and they're high profile. So they do it because high profile in the city. I'm not talking about them. Them niggas ain't trying to have no girlfriends. It is what it is, right? We're not talking about them. I'm talking about all these suckers for love over there, can't hack it, can't get no American girlfriend, over here, wifing up bitches in huts. Okay? I'm talking about them niggas. Girlfriend live in a hut. Yeah, this shit's fucking weird. Nigga live in LA, and my girlfriend lives in Brazil. Really? Where that bitch live? Nigga show me pictures. I'm like, wow. When you got 12 million motherfuckers in LA, and you can't find one woman in fucking LA?
I just said that.
All these beautiful women walking around here. All these women complaining they can't find no man. You can't find one motherfucker to take the Starbucks. Maybe buy the motherfucker.
April. I don't know why I can't
Nigga, you can't make this shit the fuck up.
post you guys what you call it on here. It's not even popping up on this end. Stream ride tripping.
It's just crazy.
But salute to April. How you doing?
Wait for me. I wanted to say something. So somebody said, how do I know? My dad was an Army Ranger. My brother was Special Forces. So yeah, I know a whole lot about that. And my dad would even tell you, like, what you saying is untrue. Y'all military niggas go over there and get with those women in the fucking jungle, okay? In the jungle. And you make babies with them, okay? Especially in the Philippines. In the Philippines, they beat their women asses when they make babies with a Black American soldier. They call your children mongoloids. They put them in freaking orphanages anywhere in the Asia area. And put your children in orphanages and all type of shit. So don't get up here and try to make it sound like these women living in bamboo huts is more educated than the Black women here in America. That's why I said you was a lie, and that's why I said you're not telling the truth, because that is the truth. And my stepmom is Korean, and she will tell you how some of those women live over there, okay? How they beat those women, and they put their children in orphanages, okay? And then when a woman has a baby with a Black soldier, they make them prostitutes. That's a fact. It's a fact. They're Their families disowned them. Okay, you look like you about my daddy's age because you look like you may be if you served those. Oh, you're 49. Well, you're not. But you asked the generation of soldiers you came under, so they can tell you the truth. Because you're lying. You're not telling the truth. When you get on the stage and you talk about they have 2 degrees. No, the fuck they don't. They come over here to get their degree. And let's be clear.
That is true. When it comes to college education, let me turn it down. When it comes to college education, as far as foreigners go, see, in the U.S., it's really 4 years. Overseas, it's like 6 years. That's why you see a lot of foreigners come to the U.S. just to hurry up and knock it out the park. Now, they do pay out-of-state tuition, or in this case, out-of-the-country tuition, which is typically tend to be a lot more. Now, if they provide the grades, they can actually get in-state tuition price. Trust me, I know that for a fact. But that depends on their grades, their scholarships, whatever they can do to make that happen. So it's better for foreigners to travel to this country for education purposes on an education visa. Student visa, sorry, say education visa. What am I talking about? Let's go.
Why? You never been a military soldier. Are you a child of a military man? My dad can tell you that's how the fuck it goes down over there. So he's lying when he says things that he's saying. And you can look at his child. You can look at his child and tell his child is from an Asian woman.
Not to joke.
His son, and I'm not talking about nobody's kid, but his son is from an Asian woman. Definitely. Of course, and Asian women take care of their men.
That is true.
They take care of their men, and they don't let them lift their hands to do shit in the house. They don't have to work if they don't fucking want to. Them women come home, they'll kill themselves trying to work.
And other women as well. That's other diaspora, particular African diaspora.
Do something and be something with your life. Like, tell the truth. That's why you have it so easy. That's why when you went over there, you was like, oh, fuck this shit. You know why? Because they will wipe your ass if you needed them to, and you'll turn around and treat them like shit. So stop it. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Y'all getting on my nerves. I'm going to bed.
Okay, hold on. Wait. Can I get my 30 seconds? First of all, I traveled the world twice. Once on my own time.
So did my dad.
No. Listen, Bree.
And my grandfather, and my great-grandfather, and my uncle. So did all of them. So what are you saying? When you in the military, you go travel the world twice. You're not going to make me feel small, homie.
I think he said he was in the military.
It's like, why do I have to do this?
You want to tell the truth first.
But why do I have to do? I'm trying. Why do I have to do this? Why do I have to go through this? I'll travel the world twice, once on my own time. From high school all the way through college, I went through different schools, and the Philippines was the country that I got my first degree in. So I went to Malay Bukidnon in the Philippines. It's about.
I wish I could highlight your comment. Also, us Caribbean women are the same way. Yes, you guys are. A man would not know what it is to pick up a pot, because I do most of the cooking and the cleaning. Also, because I'm very particular. Always tell the men, you get a Caribbean woman, you struck gold, but be advised, you screw them over, they will make you pay. Shout out to the Caribbean woman.
Because your mom and daddy told you a story.
A story?
Let's get back to this.
If you went there, it's a story.
You're telling stories. You're telling stories.
Oh God, not this guy. Ladies and gentlemen, there's this one individual. Ladies and gentlemen, there's this one individual on the app. If you give him the mic to talk, he's just gonna talk your head off. It's like, dude, shut up. Like most rooms don't have a bounty system. And I may take the bounty system from YouTube and put it up in my Clubhouse room if my team don't fuck it up this time. But Jesus Christ. Y'all go get your popcorns. This might take a while.
I'm on the internet. Just look me the fuck out.
I don't give a. Listen, you're not gonna. I don't have to look shit up. I'm telling you, you look it the fuck up. That's your points that you trying to make. All
but you're calling me the liar. You gotta prove that.
Okay, well then you prove that you not lying. You prove it. I don't need to prove it. I don't need to prove it. I'm telling you, you're making it sound like when you go in these backward ass countries, that these women they do all this education. Stop it. They call your children. They call them.
I find it interesting when some women say, "Y'all can go, we don't care," but you're ready to disrespect that country at any cost because you lost one of your own. Just a thought. You should, you should, especially the way that you describing this one individual. I think that would be a good idea. Hmm?
About what I'm saying.
You are.
Nobody is saying. I'm not saying you're lying. If somebody else is saying you're lying, then fucked up.
You've been windmilling for all these niggas. All I'm telling him is to tell the truth. Don't make it sound like these women living in these backward countries got more education than us American women. They got master's degree on the fucking.
Many of them too. You go to the hospital.
I hear what you're saying. I just want to hear what he's saying. That's all. I hear what you're saying. Can he speak?
On the speaker.
Your ways. Let her address it, and then you can go whatever.
Okay. No, all I'm saying is that there's just, I went to college so I could learn the culture, so I could go to the military, become special operations, learn some shit that very few black men learn, come back to my people and teach them how to free themselves the right way. That's why I did it. I didn't realize that going through all this shit and putting myself through all this shit from my people was going to lead me in rejection. I never fucking would have done that. If I would have known that the knowledge that I had would be rejected simply because of where I put my penis for a group of people who claim oppression and racism and I have the answer because I literally learned from the spook.
Usually, when you're emotional, this is the role you got to be careful going down because it might come back to bite you.
Called anti-black simply because of certain choices I made, so I could bring knowledge back. That's so freaking ignorant.
It sounds like you and your feelings, bro.
I never said any of those things. All I'm saying is
sorry, brother.
Nobody called you none of that. Nobody called you none of that.
Bro, you get out your feelings, bro. You sound like you and your feelings.
I think two things can be true. I think, Bree, hold on one second. Bree, I think when your father served, it might have been a different time, a different era from what it is now. And Asia is one of the most, actually, they're more advanced than we are in America.
No shit.
So, and I'm not trying to choose sides.
I'm so confused on what he's talking about. Yeah, me too. It's just that he's just talking in his true feelings about how he feels about black women are coming out. And I'm trying to understand, like, do people not know that's the target? That's what they do. That's a tactic. They just walk right into that and lose every single time.
But some of those doctors are even practicing over in the United States and are legal to service in the United States. So I think two things can be right at one time. I just think that the time and the era and the advancement that they have now, Asia is so much farther than we are. That's why they're trying to be in TikTok. I mean, it's just a lot of things that we don't know about. But if you do travel and you're more
I was saying this. I don't know who I was saying this to. See, some people are trying to keep up with the white folks. I'm trying to stay surpass the Asian folks. As far as averages go, like income, some of y'all are focused. Some of y'all don't even reach the income of Asian America. I try to be. I'm either in that level or I surpass them, depending the week.
He would tell you how the Asian, when you go overseas, how they treat black people, how they treat American soldiers, how those women.
Tell you that is where you are, and we have a conversation. She say, that's all.
Completely different. It is completely different. He's telling partial truth. Okay, he's not telling the whole story. It is not all. Man, her, please. You just mad because I called you out on on your shit.
To be fair, though, Brie, they treat black men worse over here.
They treat black men way worse over here.
All I'm saying is tell the truth about this shit. That's all I'm saying.
Don't get like it's not a church. I was supposed to speak next. I was supposed to speak that.
Yeah, this guy, he always wants to speak or hear some talk. That's annoying.
Get your chance. Jeez, let him. He said it like 17 times. Be quiet, please.
I'm sorry.
No, that's what you're supposed to do. Do the shit. We a bunch of Neanderthals. Dominate this room.
Man, all I'm saying is, man, the people in the service, man, you talking about them old people in the back of the 70s and shit, during the Vietnam War. No, that man, them niggas was dealing.
Well, I cut him off, whatever.
Y'all niggas don't have no excuses. I could understand if it was 1990. All these goddamn Tinders and the apps. It's so much easier to meet women than it used to. Seriously. You can sit on your fucking couch, put up a little profile, and another lonely motherfucker hits you and y'all can go have coffee somewhere.
Hey, that's not how it works.
That's not how it fucking works.
That's not how
I
it
got
works.
homeboys in them things, them niggas is having a great fucking time.
John.
Ain't nobody trying to have no coffee, no Jonathan.
Hey man, the niggas is smashing. Okay?
All
Y'all
day,
can read between the fucking lines.
all day, Jonathan.
Like y'all 16 years old. Y'all know what's going on.
Niggas like y'all.
Niggas is on that motherfucking Mets.com having a great fucking time. Fucking ridiculous.
Absolutely. I'm with niggas like y'all. Y'all are smooth.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the comment inside of Clubhouse.
It's not niggas. It's just.
Why should I do that?
It's not a competition, brother. There's way more women than men. There's way more fine sisters
Yeah,
than
but
are
those sisters are only looking for a specific type
Nah.
of men. That's statistic.
Well, check this out. How about?
I mean, what is it, like 80-something% of the children within the black community only comes from 13% of the male population?
You know what? So if that's
are choosing a type and ain't sleeping with anything but that type.
Hold on.
if that's your perspective, then
Play too much. You're in the chat popping a lot of shit. You're talking about people on drugs. When have you known him to be on drugs? Do you know him for you to be out there talking about he's on drugs? What kind of drugs do you think that Jonathan is on? And that's why your ass is about to get up out of here. You're mad because nobody don't agree with your fucking points, but you down in the chat talking about people using drugs. Fuck up out of here with that bullshit. Your points were weak and they were disrespectful. That's why you got kicked the fuck off the stage.
So hurt. This is time, brother. What I was saying to you, bro.
If I get coffee one more time, I know it's a different platform, but you know on YouTube they love throwing around coffee dates.
Well, I was in Abu Dhabi. The last one I was living in, which is Malaysia, which is part of Asia.
I think as far as the first day, I think the best place to go to is the day lounge. Oh, this guy.
For those who don't know, it shows how beautiful the city looks at night. We're very good infrastructure. If you just type in kale, you can Google it yourself to see your own pictures of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, how advanced the city is. And you can compare that to most cities in America. Kale is a small country that's more advanced than most places in America and actually looks better. So when we talk about healthcare systems, educational systems, financial institutions, Malaysia has that and more. Malaysia has some of the most wealthiest people that actually live in Asia. The rich Asians. That was actually, most of that was shot in Malaysia and then Singapore. So I think that we say that Asia is under countries, man. They're great, but I'm going to be freeing them from the line. When we say that a lot of people are not fleeing Asia,
So that's why I'm talking about wealthy countries in Asia. Just start about, we're talking about poor places, because most of Asia actually is not that poor. And when we relegate conversations to just traveling to poor, impoverished nations, like the rest of the world is not developed like America, that makes the conversation kind of one-sided. Let's talk about the wealthy places in Asia where people are doing quite well as well. That's the reason why you probably don't meet as much Malaysians, because Malaysians do well, just like you probably don't meet that many people before.
What's your point? Let him make his point. Hold on, let him make his point. I'm trying to understand where you're going with it.
My point is what I said earlier when I started the conversation, is that Asia is developed, one point. Not everybody in Asia lives in huts, and most people don't. And then the educational system in Malaysia, and a
even
lot
a
of places
picnic
in
is
Asia
better
is
than a
quite
coffee
well.
day,
It's quite
in
good.
my opinion,
So
because
it's
at
just
least you put it out for.
interesting
Yeah, that's good.
you know, when
That's
you're talking
true.
about Asia,
Like
which is
first
the
day,
continent with over 2 billion
I would
people,
take someone
and we
to
compare
a
it to
day
poverty,
lounge,
uneducated people,
not a
people
regular
who lack
lounge, a day lounge
opportunities and
during the
resources.
daytime. You doing
Well,
that
many of them
any other
do,
time, the
and a lot
music's
of them
gonna
are
be
very
loud.
educated and very
People gonna be
successful. A lot
wilding.
of them are
Not a good
billionaires
idea
and
for the first day.
billionaires. So you have to go to the places first to make that comparison, especially in 2023, when a lot of the world is caught up with America.
And the thing about it is that what you're not getting is that, yeah, the grass hut was there. They had and the point that I was trying to make is the fact that they valued education over living, because they owned like 3 freaking hectares. And if you don't stay there, all right, then squatters come. So her aunt, who was the mother of the mayor in Segundo, Philippines, she stayed there. But the thing, and so when I went to meet her aunt, to ask for her hand in marriage,
See what I mean?
I walked up the
Oh, they pass it back to that now. We about
like
to.
a bamboo hut and everything, and right there on the wall is freaking degrees. I'm talking about my experience. I didn't say that all of Asia. I'm saying where I was, what I did, my experience.
Why is it that anytime we have these conversations, the focus is always on places that are overseas and not America? It's always a plague in a resolution. I agree.
Because I said the same thing.
Not Asia.
Don't matter. Let me finish my point. Said the same.
It fucking matters. It doesn't matter.
Oh God, two sensitive ass men.
It absolutely matters.
It absolutely
I'm trying to
Asia's a continent, not a country.
Her point is pointless. Nobody said that Asia.
No, Anthony, finish her point. No, I start checking. I'm trying to be nice and respectful, because y'all get butthurt.
So be disrespectful and then we'll deal with you. Be disrespectful and you get dealt with.
Please don't get like why you
Oh, that was a moderator on a moderator.
Because he was like, I was just talking about when I went to that house. No, when you came off your mic earlier, you said, oh, when you go up into those bamboo homes, they be having degrees on the wall. And then you made it sound like all those women are so much educated, and you go into their homes, this is what you're going to find. And they speak 5 languages, and they speak this, they speak that, they do the third. That's how you came off. You did not make it seem hurt. You did not make it seem like that was just your sole experience in that one household. You made it seem like it was just your sole experience within that village. Stop your lies. And this is what I mean. This is what I mean when I say you men say shit and then y'all don't own what y'all say, but y'all want to hold women accountable to every fucking word we say. And then when a man comes off your mic and they call y'all on y'all shit like Jonathan or Big E or stuff, then you want to backtrack and walk that shit back. That's not right.
Hey, Bree, did you ever think that maybe it's just how men tell stories and men who are listening to it?
Yeah, we about to dip in a minute.
And women who know how to listen to male.
I want you guys to tell the truth, because that's how when you came off your mic, earlier, you did not make it sound like that was just
Okay, let's move on. Hold on, let's move on. Let's move on.
Well, wait, hold on, Sierra. speaking when they interrupted her. Can you just say
Sierra was talking about Asia, and this dude was talking about a specific part.
These are adults, by the way. Adults.
I didn't correct him about what? Another country I want to talk about, okay? Because all of the women y'all bring back look like they dust bunnies from Asia to me. But
Dust bunnies from Asia, man. Y'all are so y'all got the haters so thick. That is true. Yo, you such a hater. Why can't dudes just be happy, yo? Why can't dudes just not want to deal with you? And your attitude, and your nastiness.
Can I finish my point? I was trying to be. Jonathan, I was really on my best behavior. Please let her finish her point. Go ahead, Sia, because I want to hear what you have to say.
Oh,
Thank you.
there we go.
Oh my Lord. All I did, and I can look up statistics.
The sad part is a lot of the people that are doing a lot of these things probably they don't even have a passport. April, only 10% of Americans, including the military, have a passport. Only 10%. Everybody else is chilling with me. This is how it's like this is disingenuous conversations. These are very disingenuous.
How her positioned his point when he was going back and forth with Bree, when all she was saying was that's not the majority. That may be, your personal experience or whatever the case may be, but that's just not what's going on. And y'all got butthurt. So because she didn't want to go look up the stats, I'm a little nerd, which you don't know. I started looking up the statistics, okay? And they're not giving what they were supposed to give. What it's giving is y'all go over there and bring back dust bunnies, since that triggers you, okay? And think y'all did something and you didn't. Okay, going back on you.
Hey, Sierra, you think Japan is a third world country? I was just about to ask. I've been to Tokyo twice. What about Korea? I've been to Seoul, Korea. I've been to Singapore is not a third world country. I was just about to ask that about the
back, but you
those countries are not third world countries.
Be quiet.
Yo, Sierra never left her state. Why y'all asking her about other countries?
Oh my God.
She never left. Warning.
Sorry about that.
They're on the stage right now.
Okay, now here's all the okay.
Who said they're rich or racial?
All right.
Who said they're racial? So we got Mike, Race, Hurt.
All right, let's go through this. Oops. We unlocked. Thank you for putting it up. Salute to Team Fatty. One of my favorites is there. Yes, Caribbeans are the exact same way. They take care of their men, and that's who they are. They see Caribbean women. Oops, let me clean this off before I go to bed. Uh, Women of the diaspora, particularly Caribbean women, a lot of people will kill to get a Caribbean woman. And it's because they have family value, home value. They know to put family first versus a lot of other people. So, yes, you better do right by a Caribbean woman. You should, especially the way this is describing. Yeah, coffee days. Like I said, your first date needs to be a day lounge. A day lounge. Now, if you're not a drinker, yes, the coffee date will substitute. But there's nothing wrong with picking and just being creative. My question is, why is it that anytime we have this conversation, the focus is always on places that are overseas and not America? There's always a complaint, never a solution. I agree. Now, if you have an issue with women in this country or whatever the case may be, or you want, yeah, just keep it here, just keep home base. You don't necessarily have to say, well, women in Asia do it better, women in South America do it better. No, just focus here. Here's the problem, and here's a solution for the problem. A lot of people love to complain. They never want to come up with a solution. Uh, the sad part is a lot of people. Oops, there we go. A lot of the people that are doing a lot of. Oh yeah, it's only 10% of the population, including the military, has a passport. The the issue isn't that they want to find a relationship or whatever overseas. It is that they disrespect the women that are over here for the women that are overseas. Think it's easier. Here's my thing about those dating outside the community. Me personally, I have zero problem with anybody dating in and out of the community. Doesn't matter who it is. I don't have a problem with that. But if you're gonna, like, say, black people, if you're a black man, you're gonna date outside the community, perfectly fine. You have my full support. But you can't let back door and just straight talk down on the women of the community because in the form you're gonna trigger the alarm of self hate. Especially if you're doing it constantly, 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 constantly. That looks bad. That looks like you don't love one of your own. And a lot of people outside of the community will detect that. So that right there is a big no no. I honestly do think it's fair game. Everybody's open for critique, but people are going to tell the difference between properly critiquing them and just out of strict hatred. Oops. So if they loved it so much over there, then why did they bring their behinds back to America? Why not find a wife over there instead of hopping on platforms complaining? That is a fair. That is a fair. Oops. I no. That's a fair comment. See, we was talking about it. What was it? Monday? Yeah, it was Monday. Regarding the passport bros debunking them. You can go anywhere on this planet and find your wife. That's nothing, to be honest with you. Now, one thing people tend to forget when it comes to finding a wife overseas is you got to go through the father. It's not like here in America where dad's not home, so you can do whatever you want with the daughter because there's no real protection at the end of the day. But when it comes to that overseas, there's protection, real protection that you're not ready for. See, passport bros tend to look for wives. Now, as far as the sex tourism, that's not a passport bro. That's just a sex tourist at the end of the day. Now, well, yes, you find women overseas. Why you not go there? Because truth be told, they want the women over here. They want the women over here to act like the women over there. So I think they could better mask that and have a better conversation with that. If they leave their emotions at the front door, they can 100% have that conversation. And there's a proper way to have that conversation, but depending who's talking, like these two bonds on stage, the message, the translation is going to get lost, and your main goal is to offend people, get over something, some past trauma that is unhealed. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with dating outside the community, but you better make sure there's no the foundation of this is pure, meaning you're not dating outside the community because this one girl bullied you in high school, and because of that, now you just fear black women. No, you should just fear one person and one person only. But that's my quick synopsis of it. My iPad to reset itself, but we still live. All right, let's get back in here.
Listen, Ty, you can hear from the man talking socially awkward. Simple. The more he talks, the more you. And I even admitted that. Yeah, nigga, you can tell. So why aren't they getting snapped up by the guys who ain't socially awkward? Hold on, but here's the question I get, real quick, before you get to that. So you married the woman, and she started. The woman you paid for her father's funeral. And when did she start rebelling? After you married her, or when did she turn into a typical American lady?
or European.
When she realized she didn't have to work.
That's a white woman. That's a white woman right there. That's a white woman. Here's the problem I have with these passport dudes. Eddie Murphy told you motherfuckers 40 years ago.
Bruh, I was thinking about that when I was marrying her, when I was getting divorced. Every time I got into a fight with her, I think about Eddie Murphy.
All right, let's get out there because they kind of going everywhere with it. Hey, real quick, salute to the passport bros. I don't have no problem with you guys going overseas. Now, I want to say there's There's three separate categories. One, just people that just want to go overseas to travel. No sex, no marriage, no nothing. Those are tourists. That's number one. Number two, there's guys who would like to go overseas, sightsee, but they want to look for their wife. That's passport bros. Three, guys want to go overseas and it's just sex. Nothing more than the list. That's sex tourism. So there's three different categories: traveler, passport bro, sex tourism. They're not the same. Okay, do I want to try another room? Because I'm about to turn in because that room was draining. I'm not gonna hold you. Let me yeah. Honestly, like I said, I don't have a problem with the passport bros. I just have a problem with some people who just bitch and complain so much. And they sound like honestly, they sound like emotional females. Not all females are emotional, just emotional females. That's what they sound like. Hmm. Do you think I should? Let me try it. Should I do Fight Club? Nah, not like this. Not like this. That's gonna be disrespectful. Let's see, do black, do slave, do Americans need to? Okay, they're saying should Americans it is specificized Black Americans or white Americans or what kids would be. They're saying should Americans should know about the history of slavery and to move forward, that type of stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, I thought they knew that already, so that's not going to be much of a room. All right, my friend Cat, where you at? Houston, we have a problem. What? We have a problem that can't be fixed. All right, let's get this one last shot. That we have
way too close to other people. If you're just argumentative, that's your problem. Like you want to win an argument so bad, and sometimes it comes to a point that your need to be right is outlandish. It's like, hey fellas, and this, and you want to talk just you don't find yourself this is a spectacle argumentative at all. You said what? Cat? I'm sorry. I was talking.
She's gonna rephrase what argumentative means. She want to change the definition of argumentative.
The first time I met Breezy, she was arguing with somebody.
You know what's funny, Bobby, is
I was in the terror. I and my baby hairs.
Bobby, I actually
that was the first time I met Raquel. Raquel was like, she waited. No, actually, the first time I met you came
Jordan.
Sympathizers. And you, the empathizers? Yes. Really? Yeah. That's the first time I met you. Listen. You came in guns blazing. You did not care, right or wrong. And I don't. No, and that's what I'm trying to say. I don't. Still don't. You still don't.
Right. I'm not gonna say nothing, but that's a Midwest girl.
He is.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, go ahead, Jabba. Insert yourself. You have to insert yourself.
I was just going to say, just real quick, you know the funny thing about quote-unquote being right? I actually prefer being wrong because when you're wrong, you actually learn something.
You don't want to learn.
but usually when it comes to stuff, I tend to be right more times than not. And the reason why I like to say, fellas, if I'm wrong, let me know, is because I actually, if I say something, I want to make sure that the shit that I say.
Okay, that was just a bunch of bullshit. I'm gonna check in with my homegirls and I'm out.
Now, are you laying down? No, I'm not laying down. I'm sitting down.
Okay, they got music playing. Oh Lord, she's singing. Chat. Let me turn this down.
I got a whole lot of Sheila Reasons songs.
Let's see.
Don't let me pull out Monica's old album. No, don't do that.
Oh Lord, she said pull out Michael's old album.
I'ma play for Monica. No. Why her? Then I would say she's a hoe. No.
He goes on drugs. Okay.
You gotta play Neo Mirror. You gotta play sexy song. Play Neo Mirror. My sexy ass gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, we're gonna stop right there. Yeah, it's about to be 2:30. Maybe I should make an appearance if it won't take long. Yeah, we're gonna stop right there. That was Clubhouse Hoppin. I think the rooms could have been a lot better. Usually the rooms are jumping during the daytime. There's one particular room where I know it's been jumping, but they're talking about a topic that's just not gonna go anywhere. But usually those topics don't. So let's get out of here. I'm gonna go make my quick appearance on you know what channel. Then I'm going to bed. Hey, you guys, do me a favor on your way out. Like this video, subscribe to my YouTube, follow me on all social links are located in the description. Cash App is $ the BTS show. Participate with Power Rights and Privacies. On the road to 1,000 subscribers. Once we reach that goal, one lucky person, maybe two or three, will receive a Cash App giveaway. Now, yeah, I said that those rooms was like, yeah. Matter of fact, thanks, April. I appreciate that. I try. Um, my beat is pulling my whatchamacallit. I thought the rooms would be a little bit better. That passport bro room drained a lot out of me, especially when people just talk. And also the thing about Clubhouse is people want to hear themselves talk, which is kind of annoying. It's like talk when you need to talk. Now, granted, I like to play around, but it's like, come on. He said that room was funny. That room was annoying because, like I said, I'm willing to have a conversation. I have zero problem with the passport bros. I'm willing to have a conversation. My only issue is I wish people stop conflating those three things together. But there are people who kind of mess it up for everybody. Like, you have your issues with women from the Western civilization. Fair enough. You're more than welcome to find your woman elsewhere. But if you're going overseas with some unhealed trauma because of what somebody did to you, trust and believe foreigners will sniff that out. Now, one point was being made during that whole conversation. I completely agree. It was a waste of time. But let me go. I'll make my presence elsewhere. Also, I need to host the room soon. I think I should be free on Tuesday to knock out a room. So we're gonna see then. But let me go. Let me actually X out of this app. Oops. There we go. Apps is closed. Let me go. Make my presence felt on another channel. There we go. I'm gonna go into bed. But thank you guys for tuning in. This is the BTSI show and your Christopher J. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace out.